Now, the BJP National Executive has expressed its gratitude towards Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the construction of the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya. Remember, the Ram Temple is going to be inaugurated next year on the 1st of January. That is 1st of January 2024. That announcement had been made by Home Minister Amit Shah a few days ago. And that was a big announcement. That, of course, has been lauded by the BJP National Executive Meet. And they have also gone on to highlight the Ram Temple construction. Taking this across to my colleague Maria Shakil, who's joining us on the broadcast. Maria, among other things, parties, welfare works, this important aspect was something that the BJP National Executive highlighted, expressing gratitude, in fact, towards the Prime Minister for the construction of the Ram Temple.
Yes, that's right. And ever since its inception, if you remember, multiple BJP manifestos, in fact, all of the BJP manifestos had expressed their commitment towards Ram Temple, just as it talked about 370, abrogation of 370, and also said that, the Uniform Civil Code will be a reality. The construction of Ram Temple has been on in full swing. The BJP has been highlighting cultural nationalism, talking about and if you look at the symbolism which is on display here at the main venue of the National Executive, you can see the Mahakal corridor, the Kashi Vishwanath corridor, all of them prominently displayed. What we are being told is that the National Executive expressed its gratitude towards Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the construction of Ram Temple. As far as the date for inauguration is concerned, that has been announced by Home Minister Amit Shah already. But whether it will be in that period of 1st or whether it will be sometime in January of 2024, that remains to be seen. But yes, as far as cultural or the issue of faith is concerned, the BJP has been very clear that that remains very top on their agenda. Today, as I said, is day 2 of the National Executive. The economic resolution has been passed, and now all eyes will be on the G20 or the international affairs resolution, and then the concluding address of the Prime Minister.
Absolutely. Maria Shakil there getting us the inside scoop of what exactly is happening in the 2-day BJP National Executive Committee meeting. Now, Maria, considering you were talking about that cultural nationalism that was upheld in this entire meeting, day 2, as you rightly mentioned, the Ram Temple formed an important part of that discussion. However, just a few days ago, we had received a terror intel talking about an attack possibly on the Ram Temple before it was inaugurated in 2024. Was all of the security protocol and other things also discussed?
Not really, because that is really not a subject of National Executive. And as far as Ram Temple is also concerned, that was just a brief, point in which the National Executive expressed its gratitude towards the Prime Minister. To see that or say that it was discussed in details may not be correct either. But having said that, the economic resolution becomes important because, that India under Prime Minister Narendra Modi has made a huge transition and continues to be a bright spot in an otherwise chaotic economic scenario. We are the 5th largest economy in the world, and that has been a transition in the last 8 years from fragile 5 to one of the most promising nations, which is growing growing and has the confidence of the world, and the world is watching at India. So that is one aspect that was also taken up. But I think the G20 aspect becomes very, very crucial because this is the year of G20 presidency of India, and multiple posters that have been put out here talk about the emphasis on G20 and how important it is for India, how the world is looking at India, and how India will get a chance to set narrative for the world going ahead, set the agenda for the world going ahead.
All right, Maria, thank you so much for that. With that, we are slipping into a very short break here on CNN News 18. More news and updates continue on the other side. Stay tuned.